joining me today as I share with you a poem from my book called About Life and Other Shit, written by me, Mary M, published by Pegasus. The poem, called A Hallucination, mentions a character called Bob. A very generic name, Bob, a bit like Smith. Could be anybody. So I thought as we read this poem, which in a way is almost like a creative visualization, a meditation, a shamanic journey, we could go with Bob and see what happens. So it's an open invitation, and here we go. A hallucination. Bob Hurst, lounging on the beach at Bathurst, thinking of life and other shit. When on the waves, a tiny bit, out at sea, waving at him, not me, is the most beautiful fairy you'll ever see. She looks at him wistfully, waves at him gleefully. Mesmerized by her magical power, it seemed like the waves him devour, as he ends up on the deep blue ocean floor, not on and off the earthly plane anymore. Lying on the ocean floor, this is what his inner eye saw. The water becoming so bright, through the sea the bright light, as if coming from the sun, right onto him, as there was no one else on the seabed lying, with fairies around him like angels flying. Bob didn't know what to do, so he relaxed and lay comfortably too. The rays went straight into his bare chest. There, brightly and intensely, he did rest. His face shone golden like the sun on him, as there was no one else lying on the seabed, as has already been said. His eyes of dazzling green, like shining emeralds did seem, the light infiltrating also his head, his feet, where the top of his body with the bottom did meet. It seemed to make him glow with a golden glimmer, silver with a host of other magical hues shimmer, not only in his whole body, but beyond the sea, where restfully lying was he. Fairies flapping their angelic wings, choirs of angels and fairies sing, a sweet melodious music, soft, tranquil, not heavy, making one's mind still. An angel in a multicolored shining dress came right up to Bob and him did address. Bob, 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 do not laugh and do not sob. Just rest on the ocean floor, where tears and strife are no more. We are here you to embrace, to fill you with heavenly grace. We don't care what's happened before, as your DNA's been newly rewired. You are now cordially invited to accept who you are in the here and now, embracing your whole new being somehow. It's a hard lesson. It's not a hard lesson to learn, especially since now it's your turn to love yourself as you love every other. Son, partner, sister, brother. Realizing that you love them all. Lying on the ocean floor, the light within you shines even brighter, your body feeling much, much lighter. For from your light being, your true love spreads forth, to south, east, west and north, to all that within your aura are, which can spread very far. This is inspired, not by the body of flesh and blood, but by the Spirit Divine, which this does flood. Its infinite nature reaches out from within, transcending the body and all the din that our worldly existence throws our way. This is what I'd like to say. This light exquisite, without any limit, gushing forth infinite worth, eternally bright, shining light. While she spoke, her wand wafted through the waves, which through the waves a path suddenly paves, clearing the water so that Bob had quite an easy job of walking along the path which opened. As he walked along, him it warmly welcomed. He couldn't really comprehend, neither could he understand, what really was transpiring as along the path he was walking. Where the path led to he didn't know, as there were no signs to show him the way, or to say, go there, not here, to make it quite clear. So ahead he sauntered slowly, straight ahead, walking on the sand, feet bare, and, feeling the grains underneath, seeing free fish beneath, he forged freely ahead still. He came to the golden gate till, the gate ornate, with gold-gilded bars, the handle turning, paves the way through for Bob and some other few. There welcomed he had been by the most gracious present ever felt seen, luscious love emanating throughout, coming from the presence and out into Bob's whole being now divine, making it all brightly shimmer and shine. The presence reverberating throughout and beyond, playing Bob's being like a chant or a sacred song, its pure life, love, light singing, the most exquisite divine sound ringing, making the whole of Bob's being resound with this vibrating heavenly sound, its far-reaching resonance supplying, taking him into this realm divine. The presence helps Bob off the ocean floor, lifting him up to the heavenly law that behind the gates had been hidden, for some perhaps forbidden. Yet for Bob there was light, love, and life aplenty. His cup brimming, not empty, was full, somewhat overflowing, filling his heart, mind, and inner knowing. This state of being so perfect, this presence, Bob does accept. Bob looks around in awe and wonder, as a voice speaks as loud as thunder. Would you like to stay with us, as we welcome you with a loving fuss? Or would you like to go back to the earthly plane, to the world you had before, that same life where your body you inhabited, and everything seemed so limited? The choice is entirely up to you, you see, where and what you want to be. There can be so much abundance on earth too, for those who believe it, those who are connected to this eternal presence, without and within, living their lives from within its sacred pure essence. There is no rush to choose, but choose wisely, as not to lose the chance to live in bliss sublime, whether here or on earth, in and through a love divine. Thank you for joining me today. Feel free to put a comment or a like, perhaps even share it on your own wall. For that I would be ever truly grateful. And if you like the channel enough, feel free to subscribe. So, without any further ado, may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on.